Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you something really special. This is a 2001 Superformance Cobra 427 replica. This is an amazing machine. Let's do a little walk around here while we talk about it. This is, like I said, it's a 2001. It's got just a little over 12,000 miles on it. This car was built with pretty much all of the options. It has the Ford Performance 460 big block, but not only did they not stop there with checking the tick in the box on the biggest motor, this particular example has been bored out to 513 cubic inches, has racing internals, aluminum heads, ARP studs, Demon carburetor, MSD ignition. This thing is, you know, the stock one's putting out about 600 horsepower. So this thing is well north of 600 horsepower. The car weighs probably somewhere around 2,500 pounds. So the horsepower to weight ratio on this thing is astounding. But the most amazing thing about this, though, is how drivable it is. Let's go ahead and start. We'll talk more about the drive here. Let's go over the car and highlight any imperfections or issues. We'll start right here at the front corner. There's one little scuff down here that's been touched up. Really, I never even noticed it. It's so low, but you know, not a very good match on the touch up. But this car is in impeccable condition with just a few issues. So let's look around the car here. Headlights, lights, bumper guards. I mean, there's really hardly any issues to note. I am going to have this car paint corrected and ceramic coated. You can see right here in the black, just the lightest of swirls, but that is going to be taken care of. Looks like maybe a tiny little rock chip right there. But the funny thing about this car is I bought this car along with two others in a package deal, and I wanted to bring all three cars back to Kansas. So actually loaded up the two other cars on a trailer, and I drove this almost 1,000 miles back from Ohio. So this car has definitely been shaken down, and it absolutely performed flawlessly. I mean, there are little bitty paint chip right there. I mean, this car is immaculate. There's just really nothing, you know, just a few little minor things to note. But across the hood, top of the fenders, I mean, everywhere where you can basically see, it's pretty much flawless. This car has the true knockoff wheels, and we got Cobras on here, which is kind of cool. 427 badge there, functional air extraction there for the headers. We do have a little stress crack right there in the fiberglass. This is a fiberglass car. Let's take a look underneath here. It looks good underneath. Going down the side of the car, virtually zero defects or issues. The side pipes on this car are awesome. You do have to be very careful getting out of the car because these will burn you instantly. I'll kind of actually maybe show you how to get in and out. Has a little rock guard here to protect the rear fender flare. Has, you know, that can probably be redone at some point, but it's protecting the paint so there's no paint issues. Looking at the rear wheels, no issues on the wheels. Got the spinners with the safety wire. Tires have very good tread on them. I think they're in 09 date code. So the tires are a little old, but they don't have any cracks in them, and they still feel very soft. So that's what I'm guessing is the date code. I could be wrong, but that's just what I see there. We got your fasteners. This car does come with the full, has the top, the tonneau cover, and the side windows. Neat little snaps there. Looking across the quarter panel. No issues with the car. Looking across the back here. No issues across the back. Has the real cool racing inspired gas filler here. Cool click there. So it does actually seal, and then it has a cap. So it's kind of a two-part deal. You could actually take the cap off and leave it off, and you'll see that this is actually a quick flip and fill fuel door. So if you're at the track wanting quick access, you could just leave the cap off and still have it quick, able to fill fuel. Looking across the back here, no issues. I do remember one little bitty chip right here. Basically probably where you get in and out, maybe somebody's belt or something, you know, something on the back, scratched it a little bit there. Took two little nicks out of the paint. I love this car. They had this 15-inch wheel option, and then they had an 18-inch wheel option. It's a no-brainer for me, which my choice is. The 15-inch, it looks so period, and it makes the car drive so well. Little bitty nick on the flare there. So we got a little nick, and then a couple little nicks there too. Some of that color will buff out, but might need a teeny bit of touch up. Looks like maybe something slightly rubbed it there at one point in time. Again, only thing showing imperfections here is the rock protector. Looking down the side, perfect down the side of the car. Coming up here, I'm guessing with the heat, so I can see a little discoloration in the paint right here. And then there's another little stress crack right there. But I'm guessing that, you know, with the heat here, this is probably a common area of issue. A little road grime down there. Headers are in really nice shape. Looks like some sort of ceramic coating on them, I would guess. 427. Here, I'll show you the tread of this tire here. And the wheel, pretty much flawless. I do remember one of the knockoffs had a little mark on it. Let me see if I can find which one it was. A couple little marks right there. You know, these are actually, like I said, true knockoff wheels. Coming across the front. That's kind of thing there, and coming across the windshield here. It's a nice little air deflectors there. The plastics are in really nice condition, not heavily scratched up or anything. The windshield, I'm sure there's going to be a few tiny little chips, but the windscreen is pretty much immaculate condition. We'll take a look at the other side. We got the single left side mirror here, chrome. Everything is good and has the period correct wipers. This car also has the heater system. It has the fresh air ventilation system. Has the Smith gauges. We'll kind of go over the interior here shortly. Now this is a legitimate load-bearing roll bar. It is stainless steel and it does attach to the frame of the car. So this is a real roll bar. Let's open up the door here, kind of cool, check this out. Just reach right in, pull it forward, and open the door. Take a look inside here. Nice, and there's a little map pocket right there. But it's really neat. The doors close really sound. This has genuine German leather bucket seats, and the driver's seat slides fore and aft. This does have the 5-point racing harness. So you got your lap buckles here. You've got your lap belt. You've got your actual crotch strap right here. And then get that up underneath there. And then here is your harness here. I won't pull that up, but there's your shoulder harnesses right there. Nice little fire extinguisher fitted in here. Interior of this car, the carpet's pretty much flawless. Pretty cool, the pedals down here. They're actually floating pedals, so they actually rock on the shaft, which is kind of cool. Neat little feature. Here's our fresh air ventilation. Real replica wood steering wheel with the Cobra. Let's just slide in here real quick. I can go over the interior with you. Okay, we've got the Smith gauges. Here's the mileage here. And that will continue to go up, as I absolutely love driving this car. We've got the Smith's gauges, reverse speedometer. There's our mirror. Actually, the visibility, I mean, it's 360 degrees, but still, that low-mounted mirror is actually very easy to see out of. Got their little sunshade, which is a really cool way to deal with the sunlight, because you flip it up, it's an air deflector, but then as you get into some sun, you can actually use this as basically like sunglasses and kind of a sunshade there. So pretty neat little deal. Like I said, this car, it's got the wipers, I've got the horn, headlights, blower motor, panel dimmer, I believe that's our choke there, washers, I believe. And this is really cool here. I'm gonna show you this pattern here. This is the 5-speed Tremec manual transmission, and check out the shifter. So this is really super cool. It's not a straight, forward to aft movement. It actually, it's really cool. At first it might seem odd, but it's actually almost more natural than a straight, H pattern. But so I don't know how this will show, but basically I'm in first gear and you come back and it's away, and you see, so everything is at an angle to your body like this, and which actually works really well, and then reverses over and back. But it really, after only driving it, I was almost like, you know what? All cars should kind of be this way, because it was actually just a very normal, just a very normal action. So we got the locking glove box, the parking brake. Again, the carpets are pretty much immaculate. This car got the leather faced dash, and the passenger door panel and mat pocket is great. All right, let's take a look underneath the hood. Okay, so we got the locking hood latches here. So you just turn it to the middle, and you turn that to the middle. All right, and then just lift her up there. We got some nice gas struts, work fantastic. Here is the beast, the big block. We do have some powder coating flaking off on the valve covers a little bit. The alternator is a chrome alternator, a little bit of chrome flaking there. But that's just obviously all cosmetics. Go around to the other side here. Cool stainless steel braided hoses. Got a nice little chrome header tank there. A little bit of chrome peeling. And then we've got a fuel pressure gauge, manual fuel pressure gauge here underneath the hood. And then these are actually Shelby. This is the only recreation that's actually authorized by Shelby, and it comes with a Shelby VIN number, So that is very cool. The Superformance is pretty much known to be the top of the class when it comes to reproductions. We've got vacuum assisted Willwood brakes all the way around, disc brakes, hydraulic clutch. And this car has independent suspension all the way around. And there we go, just lock it there. And it is like coiled over adjustable suspension. So, I mean, this is a very tunable chassis. This car, like I said, it's putting out a tremendous amount of horsepower, but it's surprisingly easy to drive. It hooks up amazing. It goes down the highway 80 miles an hour. Actually, on the way back from Ohio, actually got caught in several rain showers. And I just kind of kept rolling down the road and I didn't even get wet or anything. Now in the back here, we've got the trunk. Open it up. We've got the tonneau cover. We've got the side windows in their bags. I'm not gonna drag it all out there. We've got the floor mats and everything in here. And you can see there's a support for that roll bar. Let's see if I can get in there for you. See how that comes down. So big trunk, battery over in the corner. Actually lots of storage space. Even with all of the top and hardware and everything, there's still plenty of room for, here, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this up here. And let's do this here. I want to get out the Cobra mats. How cool is that? I haven't even pulled the Cobra mats out. Need a little bit of a cleaning, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out and put them in the car. So there are the original Cobra mats. We'll clean those up and make them look pretty. So very cool. And then this is a ratcheting deal here. You just lift it up and push on the tab and come on down. And it also has lots of nice security on this car. Everything has locks on it. So locking glove box, locking trunk, locking hood, and everything. So there we go. Let's jump in this beast and take it for a spin and see how she drives. This is the fun part. All right, we're strapped into the Superformance Cobra. I wanted to kind of show you how quality this car is. It's just really cool. Just listen to the way the door shuts. I mean, it's just nice and solid. Wanted to kind of get buckled in here. Got my lap belt on. I'm not gonna go with the shoulder harnesses here. That'd be, you know, reserved for probably the track or autocross use. One thing that was kind of interesting, when I drove this back from Ohio, I was using battery packs and cords, you know, because I couldn't find, you know, I was like, well, I need power for my phone for the trip. What's funny though is underneath the dash, they hid a power port, but it's kind of hidden underneath. You know, when I was cleaning the car, I noticed that and I thought, well, how cool, you know, it's got, I mean, you could pretty much, you know, daily drive this as you would any other convertible. You know, obviously, you know, pending the weather, but the car is super comfortable. The seats are super supportive. Other than, you know, getting in and out, you've got to be careful. You've got to stand up and get over the exhaust. Actually, let me show you here. I'm going to unbuckle and I'll just give you a real quick demonstration. And you can probably see it from the camera actually. So you just open the door and you just stand up like this, kind of stand up, kind of to the top of the back seat, step over and step out. And that's pretty much it, getting in and out. Getting in, it's a very easy, just kind of slide in and then lift up a little bit, bring your foot in. Once again, bring the belts, hook them, latch, and close the door, and easy peasy. So this is really cool here. You can't really see it. I kind of showed you the layout of the dash earlier in the video, but we've got our ignition switch here, and then there's this red toggle switch that is your fuel pump. So just power your fuel pump on. You probably heard it running, and then it does have a neutral safety switch, which is nice, so you can't start it with it in gear. Put it in neutral, and let's turn the key and let's
breathe fire into this beast and see how it sounds.